with a legend hinting at a return to in-ring action and more. This is Wrestling Hub. My name is John and you're watching the Wrestling Report. Before we get into the rest of the video, make sure you subscribe to Wrestling Hub and turn on all notifications to stay up to date with everything in the world of pro wrestling. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Wrestling Hub Official and follow us on Twitter at Wrestling_Hub. With it previously reported that WWE is canceling their Day 1 pay-per-view, it is being replaced with a live event for that date according to PW Insider. The State Farm Arena, which had listed a January 1st, 2023 pay-per-view event for WWE Day 1 at the Atlanta, Georgia Arena, has removed that event's listing and replaced it with a WWE live event instead several days before on Tuesday. WrestleNomics.com had previously reported the January 1st, 2023 Day 1 pay-per-view had been canceled. Tickets for the December 27th date will go on sale on the 28th with a pre-sale a few days before, and is advertised as a SmackDown live event, although Bobby Lashley, Matt Riddle, Seth Rollins, AJ Styles, and Bianca Belair are also being advertised alongside SmackDown stars Braun Strowman, Drew McIntyre, Rey Mysterio, Liv Morgan, and the Usos. Speaking about an interaction he had with Tracy Smothers, MJF told Sam Roberts on the Not Sam Wrestling podcast, in an oratory exhibition that I proceeded to cut, I called him old. His name was Tracy. Tracy didn't like that. Tracy friends me on Facebook. I was building up to the match for the following week. This was for absolute intense wrestling. Tracy messages me on Facebook and he goes in all caps, "Hey you goof." I write, "Sup?" I don't know how else to respond. I'm 19 at the time. He was, "Why did you call me old? You dumb, stupid MFer." I didn't like his tone. Even over text, I didn't like his tone. I wrote back in all caps, "It's not my fault you're old. What's he going to do, beat me up?" Guess what? That's exactly what he was going to do. He calls the promoter at the time and he tells them, "I'm going to beat the out of this young, worthless sack of crap." Time goes by. It's been a full month. I see him at the show. He walks up to me. He goes, "Who do you think you are?" "MJF." He smirked. Then we got drunk. For WWE on Fox with Ryan Satin, Logan Paul touched on the preparations for his upcoming title match against Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel, where he also spoke about cutting promos. "I'm doing a lot of sit-ups. I need my six-pack. No one likes a WWE superstar without a six-pack. I'm getting in the ring a lot. WWE was nice enough to actually build a ring in Puerto Rico, where I live, so I can train. At the end of the day, ring generalship and comfortability in the squared circle is the most important. I'm finding the more I can do my bumps, bounce off the ropes, practice my flips, practice makes perfect, and the better I'm getting. I can feel it too. Every single day I get in the ring and practice my slams, it's just a little bit better. The physicality comes easy. Truly, what I need to work on is my mic skills. I'm not comfortable on the mic. I'll be on the mic at a show, Madison Square Garden, 18,000 people watching, all heckling me live and talking their smack while I'm trying to deliver a story. It's very difficult. Doing WWE promos is one of the hardest things I've had to do, and I have so much respect for the superstars who get in there every Monday and Friday and rattle off this stuff to perfection. I'm just not there yet. The physicality, let's go. Talking about the importance of the Halloween Havoc event being brought back for NXT, head booker of the brand Shawn Michaels said on a media conference call, "I really feel like this is going to be, from an NXT standpoint, I really think this is going to be our Summerslam. I feel like it's going to be the biggest, if not the second biggest on our schedule, only behind Stand and Deliver. This feels different for us. It feels more important. I feel that down the road, Halloween Havoc will be more identified with NXT than it is anything else. And I know from a talent standpoint, and just internally here in Orlando and the Performance Center, everyone is really jacked and excited about this one." During that same media call, Michaels was asked about Carmelo Hayes, where he heaped praise on the NXT star, saying, "I have taken interest in Melo from day one. I got him on television as quickly as I could. At the time, I believe it was still 205 Live. I was talking to him and I said, I just want to get you out there, get you in front of the people and in front of Hunter. He said, I don't want to be living in 205. I know. For me, it's more important to get you out there so everyone can see that this kid can go. Carmelo and I get along great. He's a good kid, and I think the sky is the limit for him. He's special. He's talented. We have a lot of talks, and I gave him the same line that I was given many years ago, which is to go ahead and push the envelope. Go out there. Let me pull you back. And he does. I've seen that he's mentioned it. Shawn has had to pull me back a couple of times. That is true. He never complains about it. He's a pro, and I like that about him as well. He has a lot of charisma, a lot of ability, a lot of attitude, but he's a respectful young man. That's what is so great about a lot of people down here. We have some really talented people, and they are darn good men and women of character too. He is ready anytime someone wants him. Of course, he's only going to get better. Can he always learn more? You bet. All of us can, but he's certainly ready whenever they want to take him. He's going to go up there and be with people better than him, and that's how you improve in this line of work. When it comes to NXT talent getting called up to the main roster, it seems that process has improved greatly with Triple H being head of WWE Creative, as Shawn Michaels noted. Look, the one thing we kind of pride ourselves on, and I'll say it, given what we've been through in the last year, somebody snatching a talent out from underneath us. That's the kind of trouble we want. That means we're doing our job. Creatively, it can cause a few hitches in our giddy up. Right now, I can't imagine that happening because the communication is such that, again, Hunter said, we're looking to take her. When can you get her finished up by? Or he says, holy cow, we want her right now. We're gonna take her. But is there a way we can button this up on the other side? We will figure out a way to do creatively what we have to do, but our goal is to get our talent to the main roster. It's different from what it was before. Everything else, we've always talked about getting prior knowledge or a note, some kind of communication, so we could prepare. For the most part, that didn't happen. But now we're sure it will. If it doesn't, that's trouble we don't mind. We adjust to everything here. Our job is to get people to the main roster, so if that's something we deal with, then that means we're doing our job well. Speaking of Triple H and Shawn Michaels, the two reunited along with Road Dogg and X-Pac for DX's 25th anniversary on Raw recently, where Billy Gunn, who is signed to AEW, was obviously missing. Apparently WWE had made travel arrangements for Gunn, as Fightful reported. WWE had gone as far as to prepare travel in Billy Gunn's name, thinking that it was a real possibility. One of the possible solutions we're told was a lower third graphic with an AEW logo, but WWE didn't seem too keen on making that a reality. Billy Gunn would also address his absence during an interview with Sports Illustrated, with him saying, of course, I would have liked to have been there, but I understand that I work for another company. It was a collective decision. I'm not putting it on anyone. I'm not sour about it. We're two separate companies, and it just didn't work out. With Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's daughter, who is going by Ava Raine in WWE, set to make her TV debut, Shawn Michaels gave an update on this, noting during the Halloween Havoc media call, so look, both are coming along great. I don't want to give out the trade secrets and stuff. 2023 for sure. They're getting awfully darn close. I think Valerie has done one or two on the road, but absolutely, and Ava has done some promos. We've done stuff in the Performance Center, both of them. Maybe by the end of the year, and certainly 2023, they're very close. On his Extreme Life podcast, Matt Hardy spoke about Chris Jericho's new role in AEW and compared him to Hulk Hogan in WCW. I just think Chris Jericho is so multi-talented, and he understands how to do sports entertainment. He understands how to do wrestling. He understands character work, if you're a Danhausen type, how to portray that and optimize it and get the most out of it. He understands if you're a very serious wrestler like Bryan Danielson. He realizes how to get the most out of that. That's something I think is hugely beneficial because you have a lot of guys that are great wrestling minds. fans, but they only did one gig. I feel like when you've done so many different gigs and you've been serious, you've been able to create drama, you've been able to create comedy, you've been able to draw money, and you know what you have to do to make something work, I feel like Chris is the epitome of that. Jericho is the same as Hulk Hogan was whenever WCW got hot. I mean, he was the guy that people know, probably the biggest household name they could get their hands on, and just super beneficial. I mean, Chris Jericho goes down in the conversation as one of the GOATs without a doubt. I mean, he's one of my close, dearest friends as well. You know, he is just so amazing, and the fact that he's been able to keep himself in that top position for so long is a credit to how talented he is. Revealing when she and fellow NXT superstar Bron Breakker started dating, Cora Jade told Wrestling Inc., "He's great. We were just friends for a while here at the PC, just as friends. And then we started dating sometime in the summer a few months ago, but he's great. He obviously has family in wrestling like you just mentioned, but he himself didn't come from wrestling. He was in the NFL. So it's cool to be able to see his progression as well, because I always joke with him all the time, and I tell him that he's going to learn from me, because I've been wrestling longer than him. So I always joke with him about that, but just to pick on him." Despite having his retirement match over the summer, Nature Boy Ric Flair hinted at getting back in the ring as he told TMZ Sports when asked about a return. "I don't know. I've already promised I was done once. Right now, I'm not doing anything, but never say never." And this was your Pro Wrestling News Update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.